All right, so we're just doing a quick little video recording with Mr. Peter Dodson out in California, and probably showing this to our Remodeler Circle group, but also perhaps to other folks that might be interested in seeing this. Peter's been using Team Gantt for, how long have you been using it for?
A couple of years now.
A couple of years. He's kind of told me about it as just a very easy way for him to manage all of his schedules, not only just on one particular job, but also seeing all of the different schedules for active projects that are out there, making it easy to just have a visual on all of this. So just wanted to spend a couple minutes and go through how you have it set up and just give us a crash course on it and how you use it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take it away.
Take it away. All right. So what we're looking at here is a current active job that we built out, and in a bit we'll go through briefly how to build those out. But I use a really simple format. It's a powerful program, and it can get way more complex than this. But basically, I just break my jobs up into master categories: job setup, hall, bathroom, and kitchen. And this would be, the rough in or demo. And then finish phase, master bathroom. There you see rough in, finish, okay. And then punch.
So some projects may have some of those, some may not. So this is like a bathroom template?
This is a bathroom template, and you can build out templates however you want, and then go in and edit them as needed. So,
got it.
And then under each of those major group headings, you can build in these tasks, which you see here, and you can build in however you want. You can edit all of this. You can change the color of the tasks. You can assign who is it going to. So this
click on one of those so we can kind of see how the assigned goes. And
yeah. So you would click on this. You can add resources to the project. So these would be subcontractor or supplier resources. And then
who also have a account or access to it?
They do not have access to it. This is just for our own tracking purposes.
Got it.
And then the people would be our own crew, our management crew.
Okay.
And then it shows up here. However you want to title it.
How does your team access it?
So we just have one master account, and so my team accesses it. And then one of the cool features about it is that I can assign it. So when you go to build out a project from the beginning, you can assign it to different people because I have the master control over it. So I can assign it to a particular lead carpenter. So Luis is only going to be seeing the jobs that he is assigned to. Okay. Not all of the jobs in the system.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. Now, if I slide, so let's say there's a delay in removing the flooring a day. If I slide that, does it automatically slide everything else, or how does that work?
So you can set it up that way. I don't use that feature only because I haven't put in the time to figure out how to use it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can basically move these.
Well, you're saying you're just being lazy.
I'm just being lazy. That's what it is. You can drag the entire group like so.
I see.
And then you can also, at the top with this dark or light gray line, you can drag the entire project however you need to.
Thought I was starting it on the 28th. I'm going to actually start it on the 4th, so just push everything back type thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So when you close, when do you kind of start to build your schedule? After the contract is signed, or?
No, prior to that.
Okay. Going through the project design and development.
Exactly. Okay. So we have this project finalized, and we present it to the client while we sign the contract.
Got it. Tell me about what the clients have to say about it.
They like it. They like having something they can look at. Some clients are less interested than others, but a lot of the clients, they look at it quite often and will refer to it and say, hey, tile guy is supposed to start tomorrow. Just wanted to check in, see what time he's going to be here. They get a printed copy of this. So naturally, like any project, the schedule will change slightly. Mm-hmm. So as we go through the job, what we're seeing is going to change. I don't typically give updates to the clients as far as that goes. Because we're communicating with them every single day. Right.
And the value to them is, wow, these guys got their stuff together, they're organized, they've got a plan. Yeah, and that's gonna adjust. But just that the optics of that is so important and Absolutely. Impressive. So from your standpoint of just yes, there's maybe some sales benefit of it, but for you using this, it's just what you're what's just keeping your head on straight, right? A lot of
Oh,
people
absolutely.
might try to do this on a whiteboard. Maybe there's a builder trying to co-construct that you could try to do it. What I've heard about Team Gantt from you, from colleague and friend of mine, Sean Van Dyke talks about it, is that it's just not a ton of bells and whistles. It's just,
Right.
it's good at one thing, which is scheduling. Any thoughts on that or anything you'd add to that?
Yeah, I totally agree. It's really useful. Not a lot of bells and whistles, and it's adaptable. You can get very technical with it if you want to, or as you see on my screen, you can keep it really simple and straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
My team out in the field, my lead carpenters, access it on their iPads, and it makes it really easy for them to update it on a daily basis.
Cool. Do you guys? I'm looking on the left-hand side there. Do you guys use the tasks and the discussions?
We have a little bit, but we haven't gone into it too much.
Okay.
Tasks is a nice feature. Let me go back to this on the bottom. So you can see view availability, and it'll bring up everybody who's assigned to any project that is active. So Central Valley Stone, they have 2 tasks. And so you can see whatever day you're on, who's doing what. And click on it, and it'll give you what task it is.
Gotcha. Interesting. And then go give me the view that kind of shows all of your active projects all in kind of one spot.
Yeah, so down here on active projects, you can say select multiple, and it'll give you an option to select all your current projects, open them, and it automatically defaults to the Gantt chart, which you have to scroll down to see all of them together.
Okay.
But you can go to the calendar view up there at the top.
It's like you've done this before.
Once or twice. So you can see on the calendar where all the projects are at and what's happening each day. So today on the 14th, we have the Morris project. Phillips is yesterday, Phillips is tomorrow. So you can take a quick look at it and see where everybody's at, where all the jobs are at, and what's happening on each individual day.
So I'm seeing some percentage of completion. And then is there an overall kind of percent of where you're at on projects? Is there another view that shows that?
Not an overall.
Okay, that's all right. Go back to the calendar. I'm sorry. I was mesmerized by those percentages, but okay. So this is really just showing. So today's the 14th. You know, I think that's the power of it. Even me not knowing anything that's going on in these projects, I can tell you that, you know, we've got drywall going on at the Morris bathroom. We've got painting going on at the Phillips master bathroom. Tomorrow, I know that we've got some punch list stuff going on at Phillips. You know, the more I would use this, the more I would see that blue color represents maybe somebody on our team versus a trade partner. Just the fact that I can, from the outside, look at this, think for 2 seconds and realize, that's what's going on here. And to see all the different projects kind of lined up like that, there's a lot of power in that. And there's a lot of remodelers out there that aren't, that aren't as organized as this. And just the clarity of this, the confidence of this.
Yeah.
Is huge.
I use it quite often on my side of things because I look out into the future and see when can we start a new project, and I'll scroll through this calendar and see, wow, we are slammed early December with my crew, so we can't start anything those few weeks. So we're gonna have to push the next project out. So,
gotcha. And then you could go back into that project. You could update the start date to a week later, et cetera. There's just a lot you can do with it. So, and then maybe the last thing to take a quick peek at would be when you start a new project. I kind of wanted to see how you have kind of your template set up.
Absolutely. So
I'm guessing you click on new project.
That's a great guess. Yes. Now where do we go?
How about create a new project?
All right. Sounds good.
Yes. All right.
So you can name the project whatever you like. You can template it. So I have a base addition, bathroom, kitchen project
and
design.
basically all this is like the bathroom one is you've got your different phases. You've got your sub bullets underneath that so that you're kind of already cooking once you click on that.
Exactly. You can put in a start date and then days of the week that you want to actually view in your calendar. You can assign whoever you want to it.
Okay. And then on that, you mentioned you have a master account. So what is this costing you? And you do have separate accounts for each of your crew out in the field?
I do not. I have one master account, so it's all the same login.
Okay.
So we're all saying the same thing, and you can give different users different authority. So I have the master account, and then my lead carpenters only have editing authority.
How does if it's the same login, so does one of your lead carpenters have a different login?
Nope, it's all the same login.
Okay, gotcha. And then when they get in there, do they select their name?
No, they're basically seeing the same view that I'm seeing.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. And then what's the cost per month?
That's a great question. I want to say it's around 70.
Okay.
I can't remember exactly.
Compared to the value you're getting from it.
Yeah.
So we just created a new project. We've got the details here. And then, if we weren't going to cut concrete, I could either delete that line that says cut concrete. I could edit that line to something else.
Yep.
Easy as that.
Take that out or edit it.
Love the flex day thing, though, to work that into the mix.
Yeah, we found that to be really helpful. Working flex days, depending on the scope of the project and how big it is, we usually anywhere from 3 to 7 flex days, just to give us a little bit of a buffer.
Sure.
And if everything runs out perfectly and we don't need them, then the project ends early, which the client is thrilled about. So
cool. Anything else that you think would be good for people to know about?
No, I mean, that's the nuts and bolts of it. That's the gist. You can, as you mentioned earlier, have discussions. You can communicate between your team through the program and document stuff as you go.
Okay.
But yeah, it's really useful, and we use it a lot.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks for giving us a tour of it. Since we're looking at your screen, you can click the stop recording, wave bye, say see you later. There we go.